y'all, it's Katie and welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to check out another one of my videos. And in today's video, I have a very exciting video to share, a very unexpected video to share, I should say. But I received this package from Makeup Revolution, and this is the Revolution and Shrek collab, the Forever After collaboration. And I talked about it not too long ago in a Will I Buy It. And I remember, I can't even remember when, but I did get an email from Makeup Revolution saying like, hey, we'd like to give you something. You can input your information here if you'd like to receive it. And so I did, thinking that they were going to send out like a special package to promote their brand around the holidays, because many brands do that, and they'll send just like a one-time gift type of thing so that they can hopefully share it on their page and they'll get more exposure to a new audience, that type of thing, but like a one-off thing. So that's what I was thinking it was for, but apparently it was for this collaboration. So this showed up a couple days ago and I was like, oh, okay, I guess I am going to be showing it on my channel. So I asked you guys on Instagram to see if there was any interest, and I have an overwhelming, resounding yes. So I'm going to go ahead and film this video and stick it into Kate's Giving. So yeah, it has been, as you can see, I already have a makeup on. It was quite a journey to get here, but I don't want to give anything away. So why don't we just go ahead and go back in time a little bit, and I'm going to show you guys everything that came in the PR box and then also put it on my face, and we can chit chat as I go along. So if that sounds good to you, keep on watching and we'll get right into it. Okay, so barefaced Katie here. I don't have anything on my face, so I'm very excited and ready to play with this makeup. But before we dive in, let's go ahead and unbox this, because literally I haven't gone through it yet. I got it the other day, overwhelmed, and I put a poll up on Instagram to see if you guys were interested. I got a resounding yes, so even though I wasn't planning to pick this up, or I wasn't expecting to get it, it's here now. We're gonna play with it. So let me go ahead and open it up. I love that it's like supposed to look like a book, and it's a really big box. I'm assuming just like packaging to keep it all in there, but then it opens up like this. We have Shrek and Revolution with what looks like all of the, all the information, the sets and the prices on the back. I'll try to put that there. Let's see, we have this. This is a highlighter. Looks like the little gingerbread cookie. That's super cute. So we have a highlighter to play with. This is Wanna Cuddle. I think this is an eyeshadow palette. This is for Puss in Boots. Then we have, this one is I Will Have Perfection, and this is the What the Farquad eyeshadow palette, another 4 matte 4 shimmer. Let's see, we have Little Ears, I'm All Ears headband. Oh my gosh, I'll probably be giving that to my kids. They will love that. I don't really wear headbands when I do my makeup, so I don't have a reason to open it and use it. We have a lipstick, looks like a donkey. I am a donkey on the edge lipstick. Then we have a palette. Wow, the big palette. This is like every color is just thrown in there. Then we have, oh, this one looks a little bit more, you know, kind of focused. This is Fiona. I think it's called, I don't know if it's just called Fiona, but it looks like she's like running, I think, whatever those things are, I forget. We'll look at it a little bit more close up in a minute. And then I think the last thing in here is the brush set, which I think is very pretty. Well, does it have a name? Magic Wand Brush Set. Looks like three eyeshadow brushes, 1 face brush, and hopefully we'll be able to use all of them today. And that is everything in the Shrek and Revolution collection. This is a nice box. Maybe I can reuse it somehow. It's a nice big box with a little magnet in it. So there's a lot here. Let me look through it. I think the main thing I have to kind of decide is what palette I'm going to use, because there's 4 palettes here. I didn't get the Ogre one, the big one, which had the greens in it, but that's okay. I'm sure there's greens in this one as well. And I think that's the only one I didn't get in here. So let me cut open these because they're all taped shut, and then we can look at the palettes. All right, let's open the big one, which is called Happily Ever After eyeshadow palette, and has the whole Shrek logo, same as the box, which is really cute. And then you open it up, and here is what the palette looks like. Like I said, it just had a bunch of colors. When I say like I said, I mean in my Will I Buy It video where I talked about it, I just feel like it has a bunch of colors that I'm not really sure what I would want to do with. I don't know, I don't feel super inspired. Like, it's pretty, but like, I don't know, it doesn't excite me too much. So I'm not sure. I'm kind of going back and forth if I should try all of the palettes in today's video or only the ones that are really interesting to me. But let's open them all and maybe that'll help me decide. So that's the biggest one. And then we have this one, which honestly is the same packaging as the avocado one, the tasty avocado, which I really did like. So maybe this formula is, you know, they keep a certain type of formula for these palettes. If that's the case, then I have high hopes for this. But as I was saying, what is she doing? Oh, she's like transitioning from like the human to the ogre and like a kick. I don't know if I'm doing that right. I think I see it moving in my little viewfinder, but anyway, that's really cute. Both of them Fiona. I really like the name Fiona. I really did want to name Sophia Fiona. My husband wouldn't let me because all he could think about was this character. But anyway, here's this. Okay, now this palette kind of looks like a concentrated version with more saturation of the big palette. Honestly, let me go ahead and just show you guys. Here is this big guy. I'm gonna have to go back here. So we got the big palette here and then the little palette. I don't know, what do you guys think? I feel like it's, hello, I'm peeking over here. But anyway, I feel like it has that same vibe and the same kind of similarities to it, except it's just more concentrated in that one. Maybe that was on purpose, so maybe that's what this is supposed to be, but this palette looks really nice. There's not enough mattes for me. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mattes, and the rest are shimmers, but there's a lot of color in there, so that's intriguing me. So then we have that, and then the other two are these little guys. They're the 8-pan palettes. This one's the Puss in Boots, which I'm assuming is a more neutral palette since it's the kitty cat. Okay, that's cute. 4 and 4. Not super inspiring, but there's some orange in there. Something, you know, a little pop of something. And that's called Wanna Cuddle. The names and packaging are very cute and adorable. And then the next one is the Farquad. What the Farquad, I think? I Will Have Perfection. But on here it says, What the Farquad eyeshadow palette. What does this say? Wanna Cuddle? Puss in Boots eyeshadow palette. Okay. Anyway, and it looks like this. This one almost had it. Like if they had a couple different matte options instead of these like beigey tones, I would be more interested. Like if they had a matte red, then I would have been really very intrigued at this palette because it's got a nice dark black, it's got gold, it's got red, it's got a black, it's got a shimmer. Like it had some potential. But with all those beiges, I can understand why when I was first kind of reacting to it in a Will I Buy It, I was like, that's a big pass. Okay. Then we have the, gotta keep moving here. Don't know how long I have for quiet time today before one of my children wake up. But anyway, we have the highlighter, and this is called the Do You Know the Muffin Man? And it's in a little tin. That's so cute. Ridiculous, but cute. And then open it up. It's got a little image of the Muffin Man. It looks a little dark, I feel like. Maybe not. I don't know. We're gonna try it. It looks really bright in here, but from the side it looks a little dark. But we're gonna try it on my skin tone, see what it looks like. And then what else? I think that's it as far as the stuff to unbox. Like I said, I'll probably see if my kids want them. If they don't, then I'll just put it in a giveaway or pass it along. Okay. Oh, and then the brush set. I'm gonna open this in a minute. This is $9. Let me just run through the prices real quick. The big palette is $25. The ears Shrek thingy is $9. Then these two are $9 each. We have the highlighter for $10. Oh, I forgot the lipstick. That's why I need to open. And then this is $18. I feel like that's more expensive than I remember the avocado. Did they go up? I mean, maybe they went up in price. I feel like that's not uncommon these days. Everything's going up in price. And then the lipstick, the donkey lipstick for $9. And I think those are all the prices for all of the shadows. So let me see this, because this is the only lip product. So I'm going to be wearing this for the video. I just realized I don't think I forgot to refocus the camera when I got closer. Sorry if I've been blurry for the last couple of minutes. This is really pretty though. It's got a cute little, the donkey character etched into, not etched in, but like a golden print on the side. And then it's a nude. It's kind of like a mauve-y tone nude, I think. So that'll go with whatever look I end up doing. I wasn't sure if it was a red or not. So got that. And yeah, okay. I'm gonna use whatever I can from this little eyeshadow set since there are eyeshadow brush set since there are a few. I never really use these things. I often give it to my daughter to see if she wants to play with. And it lives around the house for a little while before I finally pass it along. But it's cute. It's got the little elastic if you want to put the brush in there. Little just brush roll. But oh, I didn't realize that. Look at this. The brushes have stars at the bottom. Pretty cute. Let's see. They got a couple longer strands, or just, yeah, long strands. I'll have to cut that. They feel nice though. I like this flat brush. You guys know that's the type of flat brush that I like. The angled brush is a little thick unless I want to do like a smudgy look. The blender should work well, and then this should work well as like a cheek brush. We'll see how they would perform. How much are they? $9? I think it was $9, so not a bad price. So for today's video, the first impressions is just going to be on this palette. If you want to see my thoughts on these two little palettes or this palette, please let me know in the comment section of this video. And if I get a lot of feedback saying yes, you would like to, then what I'm going to do is I'll probably just do a tutorial and put them as a YouTube short so you guys can see them applied, and then in the description I can just give you guys my 2 quick cents because I don't have enough time to fit all of these palettes into this video today because it is Katesgiving. I don't think I have that much time to do all of these in one video, and that would make for a very long video. And if there's not a whole lot of interest, I'll just pass them along nice and brand new instead of dipping my toes into them. Or not toes. Goodness, that sounds bad when you talk about eyeshadow. So something else this palette is missing for me as I'm sitting here trying to figure out a look is a deep dark outer corner shade. So because it doesn't have that, I'm going to plan on using this shade right here on my outer corner and then using just mattes in the crease. So for the mattes, there are 1, 2, 3 different shades of a light brown. Kind of a bummer. It's this shade, and this shade, and then this shade is just kind of like a blending brow bone highlight for me. Not super exciting, so the only fun type of mattes you can play with are pink, which really does limit this down. I am kind of surprised, like, you see her dress? Like, why isn't there any of that rich green in here? You see her hair? Look at that fun orangey red. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess the hot pink is supposed to be. I don't know. The color story doesn't embody what the cover or even the character that it's kind of themed around. Like, it's a total mess. Like I said, it's kind of just a mini of the bigger palette, which I feel like is very disappointing because if you're going to have that big palette with all the colors, great, and then you curate your smaller palettes around the character that you're like doing it all around. I don't know. I'm just a little bummed at that. So anyway, now that you guys have heard me gripe a little bit, I'm just going to grab this big fluffy brush that has a single hair that's too long. Cut that, and then now let's go ahead and I'm gonna take this secret shade, this lighter tone, and then I'm probably gonna build that one up into the very crease, but since this is a big old fluffy brush, I don't wanna start with that brightest shade, so we'll work up to it. So just gonna pop this in here. I know I've already said in the intro, but this was a very unexpected package that arrived. I had gotten an email a while ago, and I thought it was just like, you know, hey, a lot of times around the holiday season, more brands can reach out and just do like a one-time gift type of thing for the holidays for you to feature their products on your channel, that type of thing. I've gotten a couple of those over the years, so that's what I thought, assumed they were doing. And I guess maybe Shrek is like their holiday launch. Anyway, I was just kind of expecting a one-off, but Shrek showing up was very unexpected, I will tell you that for sure, and I have no idea if I'll get any more from Makeup Revolution. Maybe after they watch this video they'll be like, nah, never mind, keep going. Move on to the next influencer. But I mean, that's nice. That's got nice pigment. I can say some good things. It was just some of the color story choices is what I'm having the hardest time with, because that cover is so pretty. This had potential, but it needs some of the green from her dress and the orange from her hair. I think it's orange or red. I'm honestly blanking at the moment. Maybe it's like a combination of the two, but it definitely isn't like, I don't know, all these neutrals. I don't know, it's just such a fun character with so much color. I'm surprised at the color choices they chose. Like, if you're gonna go and do an all colorful palette, awesome, but why choose colors that don't really, you know, go along with your character? At least the Puss in Boots one and the Farquaad one make sense with their characters, even though Farquaad is still missing a nice red. But at least it had some. Anyway, I'm gonna stop complaining. Let's move on. That went on okay. I feel like, and there's some areas looking like they might want to patch up. Maybe it's the brush, because that is a really big brush for what I usually use. So I'm gonna go in with this brush. It's the E27, one of my favorites from Sigma. I'm gonna take that darker shade, which is Dragon. It's just the darker hot pink. Yeah, the color choices, or the choices for mattes and shimmers in here is also a little disappointing, because like literally the only thing you can do for your crease is either hot pink or brown, and that's it. Even though there's other colors in here like greens and blues, there's no mattes of those colors to work with. Okay, that I think that added a little bit more intensity to my my crease shade, but honestly, not too much. They both are kind of like take it or leave it type of thing. I don't know, it's okay. Let's keep moving. Alright, next up I'm going to take this little packer type brush. I think this will work well, and I'm going to go into that Rain shade, which is the darkest color in this palette, and it's a shimmer. It actually, as I'm picking this up, looks more like almost a satin, so it might work really well on the outer corner. We'll have to see. It's not like super sparkly of a type of shade, so I might need to go in with a more fluffier brush to pick it up, because this is not going well. Let me pick something else. All right, let me try this. This is the L210 brush, one of my favorites for outer corner. Gonna really go in there. This is also a bit of a scratchier type brush, so I'm hoping it'll grab and pick up better. but let's see if we can get some of it to transfer. I feel like it's not wanting to go down or stick down where I had, I put the mats down already. I don't know, what do you guys think? I feel like it's not, wherever I had the mats, it's not really wanting to play nice with them. Maybe let me just try blending. I feel like it's already looking like a rough look, but hopefully we can save it. So since that's all hot pink out there, I think I'm gonna pack this down and then just kind of at the outer edge here blend and kind of turn this more purpley to see if I can kind of save this look. I don't know, I don't want it to look weird. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I guess it's going on. It's just a little bit more challenging than I was anticipating. I'm gonna go back on with the lighter of the two pinks on that bigger brush and just kind of go over top of this. See if I can smooth out that dark shade, because this light of a pink on top of that dark shimmer blue green, well, I don't even know, that rain shade is kind of a harsh jump, so I'm trying to make this part right here a little bit more easy and seamless. Don't know if that's working. All right, I'm gonna go back into the brush with the brighter pink. Let's try that. Maybe a little bit more intense saturation might help blend the two out just right in here. I don't know, what do you guys think? This video is not going the way I had planned. Let me catch this eye up, and I'll just skip this part of like showing it. I'm gonna cut it out because I don't want you guys to have to sit here and watch me struggle like that again, because it's just gonna take a little while to get this on. All right, so here's where we're at. It's fine. It's fine, we're gonna keep going. I'm gonna go into Kingdom right here, this orange, and then I think I'm gonna probably stick King Harold between it, but I wanna put the gold first, so it'll kinda go from a yellow gold to green to like this blue green. That's what I'm hoping is gonna make it look good, and I'm gonna use that bigger, it's a very big brush, but I honestly don't mind that, especially if I'm taking a look, shimmer all over my lid. The nice big flat brushes are actually, you know, nice to get the job done quicker. But if you're someone who likes really tiny little flat brushes, might not be one of your favorites. This shape brush and size brush would also work really nice for concealer, which I'm sure is what it's meant for. But I always like to use these type of brushes for my shimmers. I feel like they pick them up really nice, and a brush this size will get it done real fast. That's a nice shade, and that's a nice good gold. It's not wanting to go and be one of those type of shimmers that is easy to cut your crease with, but not all shimmers do that really well. It does it well enough, I think. I feel like this is going, I don't know, when I first went into this or opened this palette, I was like, okay, it has potential. There's saturation, it looks like, in the pans that I see. But then the more I looked at it, I was like, okay, not a whole lot of mattes to shimmers. There's more shimmers than mattes. And then I looked at it some more and I was like, okay, only pink and brown for the mattes. And then I'm using it, I'm like, okay, the mattes aren't as, I mean, the mattes are fine. That shade I used on the outer corner was a little bit like, okay, a bit hard to get to transfer. And maybe it was a brush. Maybe it would go on easier and nicer and smoother if I was using a flat brush like this and putting it all over my lid. But trying to blend it up, I felt like I couldn't use that type of brush. So anyway, I don't know. I'm very torn in this video. I'm gonna go into King Harold now. I'm just gonna use my finger and I'm gonna pop it right in the middle. I probably could have just cleaned that brush off and done the same, but I'll just pop this in the middle and then I'll use the brush to kind of blend. That's also a pretty shade. This shimmer I feel like is kind of like the one I used on the outer corner. It's a very soft shimmer. It's not exactly a satin, but it's a very, very subtle, very gentle type of shimmer. The gold has more intensity in the shimmer than either the two other colors I have on my lid. They're just very soft in comparison. All right, and then I'm gonna take, as I said, the gold once again, which is Kingdom. Gonna put it on here and just kind of try to blend and mesh the two. You know what I might do to kind of add a little bit of pizzazz? There looks to be a couple iridescent type of shades in here I might use. I feel like here where I'm trying to go over it between the two, I feel like right here where I'm trying to combine the two, it keeps just coming off. I don't know. I'll put on the screen here how the longevity was, but I don't have very high expectations at all for the longevity and like for it wearing well today. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of bare spots by the time I wash my makeup off. Goodness, I just feel very negative in this video. I'm so sorry. I'm just having a hard time with it. Okay, so the 2 or 3, I guess. No, I'll save this one for my inner corner. But these 2 right here, I feel like might be one of those toppery type of shades. So I'm wondering if I should top it. We're gonna do this shade right here, which is Princess, which is that pinky. And I'm just gonna use my finger and tap it over to see if we can add a little bit of shine. I don't want to cover the colors that I'm putting down, but I also just want a little bit more intensity. So I'm wondering if this will go over and kind of, no, it just covers. Katie, it's going from bad to worse here, and I'm not sure with this step if it's the eyeshadow's fault or your fault, because I just feel like a hot mess in this video. Let's just cover this up and pretend I didn't do it, because I kind of don't want all those colors to go away. Oh my goodness, this is a hot mess. I started this video off thinking it would go a lot differently than it's going. Funny enough, this is the last video I am pre-filming for Kate's Giving, and it's going this badly. I'm a little sad. Oh well, what you gonna do? All right, going back into that last outer color. All right, I need a break from the eyes. I'm gonna stop and do my face. I got a lot to clean up because there was a ton of fallout of pretty much all the eyeshadows that I use. I feel like I see matte and shimmer, light and dark tones. So I'm gonna clean this up, put on some, probably not foundation, probably just a moisturizer, and then get everything ready, and I'll come back on and we'll do the highlighter together, the lower lash line, and the lipstick. So be right back. All right, we're back. I feel like my eyeshadows are already looking bad. We're gonna keep on going and close out this video, or finish up this look, and then I can close out the video. But I'm gonna go into Rain, because that, again, is the darkest shade. My battery died on that one, and this one's low too. So let's hope I can finish this video out. I just stuck that one onto charge, so hopefully if this dies, that'll have enough juice to help me finish out this video. Oh my goodness. If it's not the eyeshadow palettes I'm not excited about, it's now my camera that's just making this video very rough to film. But anyway, for the rest of it, I don't really want to do pink, so let's go with this shade. It's kind of, did I even get that on camera? This shade, it's kind of like a salmon-y color. I'm just gonna use that same brush that where's my color switch? That I used earlier. It's called Tower, and I'm just gonna run it right under here. Yeah, it's kind of like a salmon-y color. Almost just a pinkier version of my skin tone, so not sure how noticeable this will be, but we'll use it to blend right here and blend into the blue. Yeah, as I was doing my makeup, I feel like it's already starting to dust off a little bit. The shimmers are kind of getting softer right in here, and that's kind of where, because my eyes are deep set and one's more hooded than the other, which honestly, this is my hooded eye. But this still, like right there, has a patch. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tap a little bit more now that I have you guys back on camera. I'm gonna tap a little bit more under it, and then I'm curious to see, I'm going to put a note right here and let you guys know if that fixed the issue or if by the end of the day it just got worse. Not the straightest there, but that's fine. Okay, so let me go ahead and just take, what is that green, which is King Harold, and I'm going to tap it right here. Wait, was King Harold, was Farquaad his name Harold? I can't remember. Harold makes me think of Paw Patrol and the nephew of Humdinger. Can you tell I have little kids? But maybe that was his name, I forget. Anyway, going back into Kingdom, tapping a little bit over here. Okay, I'm a little bit more happy with that. So we'll see if that stays the rest of the day or not. Let's move on to highlighter, and then we'll end with the lipstick. Like I said, I feel like this is a little dark. Ooh, I just threw that down. I'm gonna use this brush. It's the 112 from BK Beauty. Here's what it looks like. I'll go on the leg, I guess. I don't even know. Let's hope it's not too dark. I'm just gonna go right here on the top. Okay. Can definitely go a lot harder. I wasn't sure how pigmented it is, or it was, or whatever it is, was. It's never very good at grammar. But here, okay, it's definitely more of of like a blush topper than a highlighter. So I'm gonna bring it down a little bit so it doesn't look too weird. Can you guys see a highlight? Yeah, I think it looks really pretty on camera, but in person, it's definitely kind of like a touch pinkier than my bronzer color that I have on today. So it's not quite that type of light eyeshadow or light color I would use for my contour, or gosh, my contour. I am all over the place, y'all. My highlighter is too dark for me. But down low it looks a little bit better because it doesn't look like it makes a shadow up here that I don't see here since I kind of used it more as a blush topper here. So yeah, definitely not a highlighter for my skin tone. Let me go ahead and just dust on top of that. I'll just top it with this Ray Rider real fast. Hopefully my camera don't die. And just to bring a little bit more lightness to the top of my cheekbones, because I do have to go somewhere later. Not the day to experiment. Oh well. Okay, let's do lipstick, and then oh, I forgot to do my brows. Lipstick, and then I'll do brows off camera, and we can close out this video. Where is the lipstick? Here it is. I found it. This is in the shade Donkey, I think is what I said. I don't see the name, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Let's see how this goes. Okay, not like super duper pigmented. It's more of like, almost feels like a gloss or a balm. It's very gentle with the color, but you can build it up. That's nice, and it's a lot more like nudie pink than I was anticipating. I feel like it looks a little bit more brown leaning, whereas this is more of a pink leaning. Still very pretty, just, you know, nitpicking to hopefully give you guys information. My bottom lip is a little rough. It's a little dry right now, so sorry for that, but it's pretty. Yeah, it's definitely a shade I would wear, kind of like an everyday throw on for a video type of thing. It feels nice too. Like I said, it's a little bit more of a, almost like, not such a like a lipstick, saturated lipstick. It's like a glossy type of lip balm, but still has a nice pigment to it. So overall, very pretty. I like it. Oh, I didn't do an inner corner highlight. Let's do that real quick. I was gonna take Enchanted, that shade. I'm gonna just clean this brush off, and let's pop this on. I feel like these shades will work very well for inner corner highlight because it's just a little area, and it's okay that it's a little bit more finely milled for my inner corner because you just want it to be light and bright, not really chunky. At least I don't like chunky type of inner corner highlights. That's really pretty. So there we go. We'll end it with a positive note. I really like this. I'm gonna stick some hot pink in my waterline and finish up my brows and add a little mascara, and then we can close out this video. So it's been quite the ride. My wings are so off. Oh my goodness. Oh well, I'm gonna finish up and then we can close out this video. Okay, so final look, far away. It's pretty, it's okay. It's very pinky in the crease, which isn't my favorite, but it's okay. If it had darker blue on the outer corner, I think I would like it a bit more, or darker green. It's fine. The look is fine. I think it turned out just fine. Sticking up close up so you guys can see. I think overall it all came together. As I said, I'm gonna have already let you know how the wear time is, but I don't have high expectations for it, and overall the whole feel and look of the shimmers, like the intense pigmentation of the shimmers and the mattes, are just all just a little bit like, they're okay. So while I kind of had high hopes when I went into, what is this even called? I don't know if it has a name. Shrek. I thought everything has a name. Why can't I find it? It might be on the outer packaging. Shadow palette. Okay, it doesn't have a name. Anyway, this palette right here. Well, I had high hopes when I went into it because it did look the most intensely saturated and the most colorful out of the bunch. Having tried it, I'm like, do I even want to do a second look? Do I even want to review it on my channel? I don't know. So let me know your thoughts. If I hear you guys leaving comments saying, yeah, I'd like to hear your final thoughts. I'll try it a couple more times. But if there isn't a large appeal, this might go in as one of the duds from 2022 just because of how unexcited I am to dive back into this. So I don't know. I feel like this is a look that I got color-wise. I think it's fun and is probably the most exciting look that I'll get from this palette just because of the shimmers and mattes you have to work with and how lackluster the shimmers are, and we already went through all that. So this is kind of womp womp. The lipstick is nice though. Like, I feel like it looks nice. I don't know wear time, but it feels nice and comfortable. It's a lipstick, so I'm not anticipating a lot of wear time, but it went on really nicely. It's a nice neutral color, easy to throw on. If you're a fan of the movie, I say this would be something worth picking up because it's not too expensive. It's a color that you can literally always use every day. It's very easy to have in your purse, that type of thing. It'll go with everything, so I like that about it. The highlighter isn't gonna work for me. It's a blush topper, and I never wear blush toppers. If you have a deeper skin tone than me, this might work really nice as a highlighter, but as far as like the shiny aspects, if you're someone who like a blinding highlight, you're not gonna like this because it's definitely a very soft type of highlight. So even if the color is more for you, I think you'll only like this if you like those softer, almost everyday, kind of like it all looks like you have nothing on until you turn just right and you catch that light. If you like that type of highlight, then maybe you like this. It is cute little gingerbread. I can totally see why someone would like it. And then what else did I try? I think just the brushes. I'm not a huge fan of the brushes. I feel like they're a little clunky with the stars on them. They don't especially feel like amazing quality or super high end, which they're not expensively priced, so I don't really expect them to. But as far as like just using them, for me, this eyeliner brush is a little too fat. I mean, if you like a thick line, then maybe it'd be nice. And this brush, it was fine, but it was just a little like big-ish for this area. I like a little bit more precision. My favorite brush was the flat brush. Like, I'll definitely keep this and use it, but these other brushes, I have so many of these blush brushes that I don't really think I'll hold on to it long, and I'm pretty sure since they have stars on it, my daughter's probably gonna ask me for them, so I'll probably just let her have them, honestly. But anyway, as a whole, like, I don't think they were very expensive. I can't remember the price off the top of my head. $9, not a bad price. If you like the style design and you'll use the brushes, they're fine. They're nice and soft. They're definitely, like, the bristles aren't scratchy, so that's a good thing. Using them, they're fine, but just the shapes are what's for me just a little bit off. So yeah, I think that is the video. As I said earlier in the video, please let me know if you'd like to see any of the other palettes used, and maybe I will stick them in a YouTube short and give you guys my review. But if not, I'm probably just going to keep them nice and pristine and pass them along or include them in a future giveaway, something like that. But give me your input down below in the comments. That'll be very, very helpful. But yeah, as a whole, I'm so sorry. I feel like I was very negative in this whole video of just like not really jiving with anything, but hopefully the information that I gave you was helpful if you were eyeing this and maybe trying to determine if it was worth it or not. I told you guys the prices. You guys see how they look. Hopefully that helps you make an informed decision in whether you should purchase it or not. For me, having tried them and thinking back to when I was tempted to try some of them and when we were talking about it and that will I buy it, I made the right decision to skip on it. And after trying them, I'm like, I don't know. I'm gonna think twice about, you know, picking up these type of palettes even if I love the color story, just because this formula that I find in here, the shimmers are way different than the avocado palette, the Tasty Avocado palette. And even the mattes, they're not too bad. They do somewhat remind me of the Tasty Avocado, but there were just more options and there was more depth that I could get with the mattes. So maybe that's why I don't feel like it's the same as the Tasty Avocado. But the shimmers are definitely just so soft. Maybe that's a palette I need to revisit my next Kate-skipping, because I have great memories of it being so good. But trying this newer palette in the same kind of style that the I Heart Revolution does, the formula is not impressing me. So anyway, that is gonna do it for me. I hope this video was helpful. As always, that's always my goal with these videos, is just to give you guys as much information as I can so you guys can make your own decisions. And yeah, that is gonna do it for today's video. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, enjoyed watching, maybe got some laughs while I was struggling with this eyeshadow look, but whatever the case is, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys very soon in my next video tomorrow. Bye guys.